All right, we're going to boil volumes and surface areas down to 4 easy to remember formulas. It's going to be wonderful. So for your prisms, anything with the same bases that are connected. So here we have a rectangular prism. Here we have a triangular prism. We could have a hexagonal prism. Any sort of base we want, we can make a prism. So the volume for any of these is the area of the base times the height. Beautiful. The lateral area is just the perimeter of the base times the height. And the lateral area means the distance around, not including those two bases. So not including the top and the bottoms of the bases, just that distance around. And then the total area, this is not a new formula. So the total area, if the lateral area is around, then the total area is just the lateral area plus the two bases. That's it. It's good. For your pyramids, anything with a base coming to a pointy top, your volume is just a third of the area of the base times the height. And there's a neat YouTube video where you can see that about, if you had a prism with the same base and same height, about 3 of those pyramids would fit into that prism. So it's not too hard to remember. Take a look at that video, it might make it stick. So just a third of the area of the base times the height. For the lateral area, it's half the perimeter of the base times the slant height. So the slanty height that goes through the face of the prism. So not the height straight up and down, but slanted at the base. And for the total area, these guys only have one base, so it's not a new formula. It's just the lateral area plus the area of one base. Ta-da! Now, you guys might be thinking, well, what about cones and what about cylinders? Well, I think of cones or cylinders as just a prism with a circular base. So as long as you know that for cylinders and cones, which are just pyramids with circular bases, the area of the base is just the area of a circle, which we already have memorized anyway, so the base is pi r squared. The perimeter of a cylinder base is just the circumference of the circle. So the circumference of the circle is 2 pi r. So no need to memorize separate formulas for cylinders and cones. Just put these into those. So for example, if I want the lateral area of a cone, I know that a cone is like a circular prism. So the lateral area is 1/2 the perimeter times the slant height. So 1/2 the perimeter is the circumference, which I already know is supposed to be 2 pi r times the slant height. Well, 1/2 times 2 is just 1, so it's pi r l. Many books have you memorize that formula pi r l, and you compile 1,000,001 formulas, which is just silly. You can derive it in 2 seconds, and that's that.